It was a real treat for us from Wolf Creek to come out and shoot something else besides a mallard. 4-month-old bird, but boy, that's as good a table fare as you can find.
Good doggy.
That's the best eating goose on the market. I see D-Day's at his ready position.
Yeah, last year it was, you guys hit it perfectly. When you first showed up, there was, we shot a couple north winds, and which is one of the best weather patterns you can have out here in the valley.
Lie down. Our first morning with Scott Eberhart, first morning in California, and we've already killed one. We just got in the blind, just got loaded, and it's
got about a 15-mile-an-hour cold north wind, which is what you want out here in the rice. What's it in about the high 20s right now? That's rare out here in California.
That is amazing.
I mean, you couldn't have picked a better cold north wind.
Yeah, this is
for the rice. I mean, anywhere in the valley, a north wind is what you want. There's a big flock down south. There's going to be pintails galore today.
And we get to shoot our limit of one.
Mm-hmm.
This low light is when they're most susceptible.
Yeah. That little, here, oh, he's gonna do it. Here he comes. Go ahead, whenever you want. Whack him.
Oh, I didn't. Same nice shot. Same thing. What the heck?
No
Good
bullets?
shot. I got it now. God. Unbelievable. All he got out was that. Good dog, Shyla.
Good girl.
Atta girl.
This year has been a tough year. We came out. It was a little foggy, one day, and if out here if you don't get a good high fog, a pea soup fog, they just kind of fly over it, and you don't get those low flying ducks and geese like you would in a pea soup fog. So that was kind of tough for us.
God, listen to those babies. They're all over.
And if it was a good fog, they'd be right in our kitchen. That's what's bad about these fogs that just form, you know, right from the get-go. They're never.
Because there's too many. If it's a good fog,
It's got to be low like it is now, but see, they're flying over right now. They can see all the. They know right where the refuge is. They can see all the power lines over there. When they get above this fog, and they won't come down in it. But when it breaks, look out. We call it a dome. It's just basically high overcast. The birds don't seem to like to work in a dome. And the ones that do are really tough to call. And that's probably, in my opinion, the worst weather conditions out here. Whenever you're ready, Get him.
oh, that's tall. That's tall.
Oh, I don't believe you hit that.
I do not believe
Here comes
it.
the other one. Get ready. The other one's coming back.
No, it's not.
It's not? No. It goes south?
I do not, and she's going to have a tough time, but she's going to get it. I don't believe you hit that thing. I wouldn't have taken that shot. Good shot.
Yeah, it's hard. It's hard to get D-Day to shoot on occasion. Actually, I held him down. Actually, to be truthful, I've seen some shots from hunters in my 50 years of waterfowling, but I have never seen anything like what I've seen in the last 3 days. D-Day, I can't believe you hit that cock. Oh, man.
Oh boy, what is that? Oh, that's pretty. Good girl, look at the rice in her mouth, hold it. Getting it? There she goes, good job.
Guys that don't, like shooting teal must not like waterfowling. Because boy, I'll tell you what, they are sporting. They're challenging you. In the Midwest, we get to kill mallards. That's our #1 thing. And so it was a real treat to have a 107-day season or a 100-day season, to be able to shoot 7 ducks every day. And I know the mallard is a real prize for them out there, but it was a real treat for us from Wolf Creek to come out and shoot something else besides a mallard. Boy, I just love hunting these things.
Lie down.
We just got to get us a cinnamon though.
Yep.
I'll probably choke if I get a good shot.
Look at that. Get 'em.
There we go.
I think last year California was #1, but we have a longer season. I think they shot 1.5 million last year. We got less hunters, but we have a longer season than most flyways by a lot.
Get 'em.
Yes, you would.
That was sweet.
That's something good, didn't he? Yeah. I mean, he came from the heavens.
See the teal?
Huh?
See the teal?
Yeah.
Hey, what do you got? A big one. Good.
Yeah. Now that is table fare there, buddy.
Look at that.
Immature.
Yep. 0 bars.
Hey, explain bars to those who don't understand.
Well, they get black bars all along your chest when they get older. This is a juvenile.
Yeah.
Well, you can only have, double your possession limit in your freezer. So you either gotta do some bartering or eat a lot. Good girl.
That's like a 4-month-old bird. But boy, that's as good a table fare as you can find.
You know that. Good doggy.
That's the best eating goose on the market. One nice cackler. shoveler. It's amazing how we didn't see as many teal.
we get?
Yeah.
What is that?
How many were there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7. What did we get? 9? 10.
Little speck.
10 total waterfowl. That's not bad
Too bad.
for not very good conditions again, but
Alrighty then.
last year I think we got to hunt 2 days, one little short period, and killed 10 or 12 geese, and we thought, wow, this is dynamite. So boy, we were all fired up. And this year we got out there and the birds flat would not work. I mean, we had actually what they think is great weather. It was a rainstorm and blowing. And
Well, we had the numbers of geese, as you saw. It was the speck hunting is they're the smartest goose out there, in my opinion, and we saw that. It was the geese. We had the setups, and just trying to get them to finish was really tough. And you just don't know. You know how duck hunters are constantly thinking on how to get ducks and geese to finish.
we ended up having to, if we were going to harvest anything, it was going to have to be that 40 or 50 yard shot. We could not finish them.
Go! Kill him!
And you know, Mike really felt bad because he prides himself on having birds come all the way into the decoys, and you know, he'll let some birds be on the ground. And the way we try to do it out in the Midwest, he tries to land them like we try to hunt canaries. And I appreciate that. Well, we couldn't get that done.
Most of the time we don't have to shoot him as far as that one was when we finished him off. It's not pass shooting, hopefully.
And then finally, we had just to pick up because our cameras were just fogged up, they were wet. The equipment was in danger of being damaged, so we had to pick up. So finally, yesterday, we came back. Let's just go out to the goose field. And we got out there, and there had to be, and I'm just gonna say 30,000 geese on his lease, and probably 10 or 12,000 geese in his decoys. And we're just shaking our head. But we're, you know, knowing previous what happened, the birds wouldn't work, we just said, well, let's just go out there and give it an hour shoot and see what happens.
There's 4 out front. Scooter, right out front.
And sure enough, we just sat in there. We had no expectations. The birds still wouldn't quite finish, but finally we got some birds to come in within decent range.
Watch these specks right here.
Mike Moore has a quality operation. He's a very personable guy.
He's right next to the sanctuary, and he's got another area that's east of him that's holding birds that's not being hunted. So it's like another sanctuary, and he's kind of in between. And he just gets the traffic from there and the Sutter Refuge, and he does well.
No, we started off pretty slow at the beginning, so maybe 2.5, 3 birds a person or something if you average out our really tough days. And then, you know, we've had limit days, and then we've had days where we didn't kill any, and then we've had days where we kill, you know, a dozen to 15, you know, for 6 or 7 guys. So. Yeah, you can't have any more than 4 of one species, but you can have a total of 6. Vice versa, 3 and 3. We have a 6 goose limit and a 107-day season. A few cacklers and a few Canadas, but it's 90% specks and snows.
Snows, they're, you know, snows are snows. I like shooting them, but the specs are where it's at out here. I think that's what everybody goes for. One of the main reasons is the table fare. Yeah, they eat. They're the best.
If you just want to come out and you talk about, now that is easy. You take a little ride in his homemade trailer out there, and you walk 100 yards, just step into the pit, sit down. He's got great covers, and the birds don't see you. So it's a quality operation.
Here they come.